What's going on, world? Uh, don't mind the naked face. I had to go to my unit in the National Guard last weekend. Today's Monday, so I just got off. So, of course, I'm gonna look like a child for a little bit. Um, had a suggestion for a video that I'm currently doing. The suggestion was my thoughts on the most recent scenario with Bow Wow and his, I'm assuming now his ex, but the scenario that went down. Okay, before I get into it, I want to say this. I do not encourage domestic violence of any kind. No domestic battery, domestic assault, domestic abuse, anything pertaining to you getting your ass whooped behind closed doors. I do not encourage it. I do not. If you are pushed to the point where you need to beat the absolute shit out of your significant other, I think you need to leave that person alone. I don't care how much money they got. I don't care about their nice car, their nice crib, their all that extra meaningless shit after a while. If you're pushed to the point where you need to leave this motherfucker alone, if you're pushed to the point, period, you need to leave this motherfucker alone. You walk away. That's just gotta get that out. Anyway, let's start with Bow Wow. Bow Wow's about what, 31 maybe? Early 30s. He has lived a hell of a life. He is a self-proclaimed thought. The world knows he's a self-proclaimed thought. He told it on Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta. I can't remember the name of the show at the moment, but he let the world know, yo, I'm a thought. We all know what comes with thought, with being a thought. You fucking a lot, you partying a lot, plenty chronic, plenty hookah, all the good shit, all of it. He's with the shits. He's been with the shits since he was a kid. He's like, I think 4 or 5 years old. I'm finna be 27 this year. He's like 4 or 5 years older than me, depending on how the birthday thing goes. But he's lived a hell of a life. He really has. You know, women here and there, all the money he could ever count. If it was me, I wouldn't necessarily be pressed about a woman, me personally. But the scenario to me was weird because I'm not saying that it's right what happened. I'll never say that. Like I said, I'll never encourage it. But at the same time, there's so many sides to a story. Like, what exactly went down leading to him being assaulted by, I think how I pronounce it, Kyo, something like that. However it's pronounced. But it's just not necessarily common if you look back in history. You don't necessarily hear about a woman beating the hell out of whoever the hell she's involved with. Now, you may hear about it in regards to like married couples where like the husband got caught doing some dirty shit and she laid hands on him. I get that. I don't encourage it. I don't think that's necessarily the right way to go. I told y'all what I think the right way to go is. But however the case was, whatever the case was, what that led to it, it's not right. It's not right. Now, to be honest, when I first heard about it, keep in mind I didn't see the mugshot, but when I first heard about it, I cracked a little joke about it. I was like, ooh, he got his ass beat. What? But then I saw the mugshot. I'm like, ooh, that's not right. Nah, I immediately my tone changed immediately. I was like, nah, that's not right. That's not right. He needs to leave that person alone. I don't care how pretty this woman is. I don't care how big her boobs are, how big her ass is, how fat the pussy may be. Whatever the case may be that made you want to hold on to it this long, she done beat the absolute shit out of you. You look like you got into it with like Wolverine or his little clone, the little female clone with the two claws. Like you look bad right now. I'm not trying to pick at you, not trying to troll you, roast you, or anything like that. But whatever you've done to push her to show this part of her character, you gotta let that thing go. You just paid $8,000 in bonding alone just to get out of jail because you got your ass whooped. Nah, she gotta go. Now, like I said, there's also two sides to every story. What drove the female to want to snap and want to beat the absolute shit out of him? What happened? Was he caught cheating? Sure, it wouldn't have been the first time, but was he caught in the actual physical act of doing it? Like actual, like did she walk in on him blowing some chick back out or something? Uh, was it something money related? I don't know. Like it was just, from what I read, from the information that I did gather from it, it was a disagreement that she obviously didn't agree to, and she actually was already drunk at the time, I'm assuming, but she was in a drunken rage, and then I guess a drunk mind, they say a drunk mind speaks a sober tongue. It also brings out how you really feeling towards an individual, and she beat his ass with a lamp. Now, Bow Wow grew up in a time frame where he feels as though it's not right to hit a woman. And I completely agree with it. I don't necessarily think violence is the way, especially if you're like, if this is just supposed to significant other. I don't think that's the way. I really don't. If, like I said before, I'll say it again. If I'm pushed to the point where I'm finna beat the absolute shit out this woman, I need to leave her alone. Vice versa. If she's pushed to the point where she wants to fuck me up, like seriously fuck me up, just walk away. Walk away. All that money not worth it. All the backlash that could come from after you beat the absolute shit out that person, it's not worth it. It really isn't. Now, like I said, there's so many sides to a story. I personally think they wanted to know my thoughts on it. I don't think it's right. I don't think you should accept the abuse. I don't think that just because this is a woman and you're a dude, when she feels as though she needs to lay hands on you, I don't think you should just sit there and take it. I do advocate self-defense. Defend yourself. Defend yourself at all times, no matter what gender this threat is, no matter how big the threat is, how many numbers the threat is. Defend yourself at all times. I advocate that full-heartedly. Now, I'm not saying go out for revenge. I'm not saying to whoop her ass once both y'all are out on bond. I think they're out now, but I'm not saying you should go back and whoop her ass because of it. What's done's done now. The whole world is trolling the absolute shit out of him. I feel sorry for him. I really do. He's already fought with depression. He's already thought about suicide. He's had a lot of, I guess, psychological things going on. And now on top of that, he just got his ass handed to him. There's no other way to put it. He like I said, he looked like he got into it with X-23. He really did. But it's not right. It's not right. I do not think you should lay hands on your significant other. I wouldn't lay hands on my significant other. Like I told you, I don't need to say it again. But ultimately, I don't think it's right. I think Bow Wow should just leave this young lady alone. If there was any love, I highly doubt it's there now. If there was any love for each other, I highly doubt it's there now. This whole females attacking dudes, like, I personally think it's got to stop. Because what's going to happen is that someone will, A, they'll get killed. B, they'll get killed defending themselves. So it's not going to look good once it shows up in court. C, the attacker will get killed. Like, ultimately, it's going to just lead to someone getting killed. Like, the list goes on how many people can actually die from that. Like, I get like your emotions can get you to a point where you're not yourself. But as I said, if you are getting to that point, dog, you got to go away. You got to walk away. There's no other, it's not worth it. It really isn't. But I feel like I'm going to be rambling at this point. Ultimately, I think that you should defend yourself. I really do. I'm not saying beat the shit out your significant other if something goes wrong. I'm saying you need to walk away. If this person's pushing you to that point, you need to walk away. Period. But that's my thoughts on it. Feel free to check this video out. Check out my other videos. It was my last fight from last year. No, it is what it is. Till next time, I'll see you later, world.